All right, I'm back. I got cut off. It's fine. So we were talking about how this is between 1,000 and 1,200, which means that if we remember in the beginning, we had 200 difference, interval difference. So if we cut that in half, just like they cut it in half here, we're gonna get, not that, that's incorrect. 1,100. Sorry that got cut off from our last video, but now we're gonna move on. All right, so here we're looking at how many t-shirts other than blue were sold. So this is kind of a tricky question because it wants all of the t-shirts other than the blue ones. So all of the red, all of the green, and all of the yellow. All right, so I'm looking around and I do not see a key. So without having a key, you don't really have keys in bar graph, so I guess that wouldn't be a thing. But we do need to figure out our interval right here. And I told you to look from the 0 to the first number. And that's generally going to give you the right amount of interval because they don't change. So 0 to 200, which means we're still at a 200 interval. Other than blue. So I'm not going to count blue, but I am going to count red. And red had 1,000. And green had, oh, here we are again, right in the middle, 1,100. And then yellow, right in between 0 and 200, so we're going to assume that it's 100, right? So if we add all of that up, we should have 2,200, right? Because we have to add the amounts that are not blue, which we did. We added red, green, and yellow. And that is, let me move my picture, I'm sure it's in the way. 2,200 t-shirts were sold other than blue. So I'm going to let you pause if you'd like to answer this question. Then I'll give you the answer and we'll move on. So how many more starfish are at Seaview Aquarium than octopus? Well, here's the starfish and here's the octopus. Look, my interval. So look, from here to here is 10. It's not letting me write. All right. Again, how many more starfish are at Seaview Aquarium than octopus? Well, I can see that. So I was trying to tell you that my interval right here is 10, 0 to 10. But that means that my little interval right here in between should be what number? 0 blank 10. It's going to be 5. All right. So now that we know that they're intervals of 10, but they're actually intervals of 5 between the two bars, I can look at this and I can say, okay, starfish, 35. All right. And then octopus, 20, and that's it. How many more? And it's going to be 15. And to write an equation, all right, so here we're asked to use the data from the scaled picture graph to create a vertical bar graph. So Trees in the Park is my title, and I'm looking and I have to work with on the left-hand side because this is the one that we have to use. We use, where's my pen? We use this to make this. So we have to understand what we're doing before we can even attempt to do anything else. So this is Trees in the Park with oak, ash, maple, and elm. And my key says that one tree equals 10 trees. So 10, 20, 30, 40, right? And then ash is 10 and 15, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, and 25. All right, so now we have all these bars, so we can go over here and we can build our bars, right? So oak is the first one, and it has a total of 40. So that means its bar is going to go all the way to the top. All right, next we have ash, and ash only has 15, and there's not a 15 here. We have a 10 and a 20, so it's going to stop right in the middle. Maple, we had 30, so it's going to go right up to that 30 bar line. And then lastly, we have 25, which is right in between 20 and 30. All right, and lastly, let's discuss the line plot. So line plot uses x's above a number to show how often something happens or the value happens. So, let me move my face again. Probably should just take it off. There, now it won't be in the way anymore. How many people surveyed reporting having 2 siblings? So for this, the x's equals 1 person unless it otherwise says anything different. So 2 siblings, so this is 1 sibling, 2 sibling, 3 siblings, 4 siblings, 5, 6, 7. All right, how many had 2? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. How many people surveyed reported having more than 2 siblings? So that means 3 and higher. So we just count them individually like they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it's just 1 person per X on these. How many times were 65 points or more scored? Well, here's my points. Down here, I have 65, and it says 65 or more, which means that we can include 65, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? Yes. Find the total points that was scored most often. Well, this is one that you can just look at, and you have to find the tallest one. Well, here's the tallest one. So that means what? 65 points was scored the most often. You can pause. All right. Mr. Smith sold 3 or more cars in one day, 11 times. And during the month of September, he sold 66 cars. So real quickly, I'm going to show you how to create a line plot. So the first thing you need to do is to give the line plot a title. Your line plot title for this one is numbers of vowels in first and last name. So he took a survey of his class and had them count the amount of vowels that they had in their first name and in their last name. All right. Next, you have to draw a line and label it in equal increments. All right, now we've done that. So this is 2 vowels, 3 vowels, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vowels, right? And then finally, you're just going to draw an X above the number for each result. So each time it happened, it gets 1 X. So for vowels over here, how many only had 2? Well, it looks like it was just 1. How many had 3? 2. That's correct. How many had 4? This is 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next one, 5 is 5, 6, 7, 8. Next is 6, which has 3, and the last one with 7 or more is 2. Pretty easy. These line plots are kind of my favorite ones because they're just so simple sometimes. So I'm going to pause. You're going to pause. I'm not going to pause. I'm going to wait 5 seconds. You're going to pause and try to figure this out, and then I'm going to give you the answers. All right, how many people responded to this survey? So that means we're going to count all of the people. So that means this one, this one, this one, this one, count up to 23. And number 2, how many people have fewer than 4 vowels in their names? So fewer than 4, not 4 or fewer, fewer than 4. And that's 3. So there's a big difference between 4 and fewer or fewer than 4. When you say 4 and fewer, that includes the number 4. But if you say less than or fewer than, you're not including. All right, well, that's all I have for now on graphs. It's been 2 pretty long videos, probably split up within 2 days, so I hope that it was enough information for you to understand how to do graphs. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your teacher. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye!